Welcome back to another episode of Part My Opinion. I'm your host, the Black Bob Saget. To the right of me,
Wands, man, a.k.a. the sarcastic one.
yo, we got a Jersey legend up in here, man.
Salute.
If you don't know, it's Serius Jones.
What's going on,
What's
fellas?
going on, Jones?
I'm good, man. I'm blessed. How you doing?
I'm good in yourself, man. Listen, soon as your feet touch land, I hit you.
Yeah.
Jones, we got to get you up here. We got to
Yeah.
get you up here. I think 2 weeks later, you wind up hitting me back. I'm like,
good.
let me know what we got to do to make this
Yeah,
happen.
I had to sit down for a little minute, just, you know what I mean? Get back in the groove of just life. But I'm like, all right, let's get to work. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Man, for a lot of us, we always sit here and talk. When we go back and we say, well, for 2 years, we used to tussle over what kind of podcast this was. Mm-hmm. We are hardcore battle rap fans, but it's like we didn't want to try to stay into that, but it just so happened to just be what we just do.
Right.
So one of the conversations that we always have is like your introduction into battle rap. So for me, I can't never say exactly what was the first battle I watched, but I always know it was two. It was either you and Mook or Reed versus Trigger. So it's safe to say
Reed
that
versus Trigger.
yeah, so it's safe to say that you possibly could have been my introduction into battle rap.
Salute.
So to sit, you get what I'm saying, 2 feet away from you is an honor.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. I'm honored to still be here, after all these years in the culture and from being a fan myself, watching, them battles too raw from the streets, you know what I'm saying? When they was traveling in the van going up to New York and, I was always raised in the culture. So it's an honor myself to still even be here talking about what we do and just living this life.
See, mine go back a little further. I seen you on Fight Club,
Fact.
running through everybody. I think they had the little pop for the winner at the end. You, Oh Solo, Streets the Block.
It was me, Streets the Block, Jen, and the kid Too Much.
And who was the dude? England. Who was the dude from? Was he from England or something? You battled?
Yeah, Too Much.
Too Much. Okay.
Shout out to Too Much, man.
Yeah, so
Too Much was actually fire, man.
International Peace, shout out. I don't know what he got going on these days.
Shout out to International Peace. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah. So
he be fucking with French and shit now.
Okay.
Yeah, he doing his thing.
I feel like, man, in the culture, I think, like he just got through saying, you one of them legends, man, and I just feel like you don't get your just due enough, in my opinion. Salute. I feel like you get overlooked a lot when it comes to GOATs and the legends and all that. I think you get overlooked with that. How you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, I definitely think sometimes I might not get my just due, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like I'm not alone in that department. A lot of people, Biggie used to say, nobody to somebody kills you, you know what I'm saying? It's mad people that, rest in peace, Nip, you know what I'm saying? Mad different people that it took years and years from to finally get what, people call flowers nowadays or whatever. But I will be honest enough to say that, I do get a lot of love on a daily that, keeps me going, keeps me motivated just to, be the best me I could be. Not even just as an artist or a rapper, but just as a man, from people that is just like, I know you, man. I've been watching you. Keep going, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You got it, and God got a plan for you. You hear that so many different times, so many different places, then it's genuine support out there for you, like, and people that really want to see you win. So, like, as an artist, as, a competitor in any sport or anything, you need that. You know what I'm saying? You need some type of validation from the people to show you that it's not just in your own head. Because people be walking around living in their own head. Yeah, I'm a rapper, but you never really, whenever it's time to rap or go somewhere, say, nah, I don't be doing that cypher shit, or I don't battle, or but instead of just being in the mind state of like, yeah, I'm ready, whenever this opportunity presents itself, I'm going to show out. Because, you know what I'm saying, this is my passion, you know what I mean? So I never lost that, I guess, which is a blessing.
Definitely. One of the a funny thing that happens in life, right, was today at work, the guys I work with, they casual battle rap fans, don't know too much. They know the things that go viral and what they see in today's world. So one of the guys, he seen your battle. I think who was it? Charlie Clips with the barber. And then you start like bouncing and everything with it and stuff. So one of the questions that they asked, because they know what we do, they was just basically like, yo, why people clown you for having a job, in the battle rap community? And I said, for me, I said it's crazy because I think after your rebuttal from there, you kind of deflated the whole situation to where it's cool. You get what I'm saying? To have a job or to, you get what I'm saying? Do something else outside of that and still come up here and perform.
So I was the sacrificial lamb for the job, Harris. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same token, it is a thing because as battle rappers, we're supposed to all be gun clapping maniacs that sold bricks and have mad bad bitches and cars and mansions and no problems.
You're supposed to live a superstar life. That's what
we're not people that are supposed to have weaknesses allegedly, right? But what people don't really realize is, if you really pay attention, especially nowadays, what bars get the most reaction from people is pain bars, struggle bars. Nigga, you ain't never had this. I had to sleep on the floor with the roaches crawling next to me like this. Oh, it just sounds hard, and, you know what I mean? But it's like, for people, it's like nowadays, struggle bars is like a whole thing, you know what I'm saying? They got YouTube compilations, a struggle bar compilation, you know what I mean? But it's like, I think it's a balance. Like, when you're talking about being a dope performer, a dope writer, a dope, deliverer of the way, you having your emotions right. It's just the whole trifecta of just being on your bag. I think that's what's really going to separate whatever it is, the bars that you're saying. It's like you don't have to conform to nothing. Having a job has nothing to do with being nice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a job box package, and that's why it's even easier to put you in one tonight. Oh, you know what I mean? You say the right rebuttal or the right whatever, that's it. You know what I'm saying?
That was a fire rebuttal bot. What was that, Summer Madness 3?
I just made that up right now.
Yeah. 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Summer Madness 2 with the barber shit.
Rebuttal shit, yeah.
Yeah, we was talking about that where I was like, I don't really remember that. Like, I don't remember coming up with that. I just remember looking at the crowd and seeing like they really eating this barber shit up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, this is crazy. Like, he's really making it sound like it's lame to be a barber.
And they get to a bag.
Like, that's crazy. For the hood, that's crazy. The barbers was always the coolest, flyest niggas.
Always, especially now COVID
They got
time.
the cars parked outside. They know all the new shit going on. They got the
bad
clubs.
moms.
You know what I mean? They got bad joints pulling up, coming in there, giving a kiss
coming
on
in
the
there
cheek.
selling shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They know all the old ladies. We know all the street niggas, the store owners. They're literally the coolest person in the
PlayStation
hood.
5s went to the
So it's
barbershop
like,
first and
for
everything.
you to make it sound like a
It was a
barber
corny
is
job.
like some lame shit to be, it's like you already kind of shooting yourself in the foot, but we're not even going to address that. We're just going to say, you know what I mean, the flip, which is what I told him. I said, I was a barber, so of course I know how to handle clips.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't remember thinking that.
When he just started bouncing with
the
it.
crowd went crazy after that.
Hadn't been on the playback, that was fire.
That shit went.
The building went up after that, but it was just the fact of how long he spent on that first round on some barber shit. He spit at least like 20 bars about that shit.
Then he tried to say if you spit then he said if you spit the rebuttal, you know it's true. He said some shit like that.
Of course people try to put clauses in their own bars.
Yeah.
I don't mean that, nigga. But at the end of the day, so what? Like, Of course, I was a barber for years. I actually like cutting hair. I cut people's hair in jail. That's a thing, a skill set that's a beautiful skill to have. Hair's never gonna stop growing. You know what I'm saying? You could be 80 years old, as long as you can still stand. You know what I mean? You got something you can do. You got some place you can be. You got some energy to be around. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not a bad hustle at all to have. So, it's just as young black people, especially, we like aggressive gangster shit as our entertainment. So it's more entertaining, I guess, to just pretend like you bust your gun when we know you're a lovable, cuddly guy. Clips, we love you. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But you know what I mean? But it's like, but when you rapping, is my gun so long? You know what I mean? So it's like that's the battle rap culture. I honestly don't have a problem with that part of it. My thing is when people take it outside of that and start just really acting like that on camera and tripping for no reason and all that.
You get that. You get that a lot. So, for you being one of the few guys, still actively into this culture, that scene, from the running up on different hoods back outside to the going inside to the venue, battling across the pool table to, actually getting put on stage in front of thousands of people now. And you see the way battle rap has changed through the times in every league that you go into. How was it to adjust to that?
I mean, well, honestly, for me, it wasn't that much of an adjustment period, only because, like, I was blessed to perform in front of large crowds before. Like, I battled in the Bahamas. It was a whole bunch of people there. It was $50,000, you know what I'm saying? I battled in neighborhoods where it was like hundreds of people outside, where it would look like it would be a club. If it was a club, it would be packed. You know what I'm saying? Like that many people. So it's like I've been in them pressurized situations, just in different formats. You know what I'm saying? And like I performed in front of in Nassau Coliseum. Shout out to 50. I opened up for 50 Cent one time in Nassau Coliseum. So like I was like 20, I think they said 20,000 or some shit like that. That was his first, I think, stadium concert, like when he was at Get Rich or Die Trying level. So it was like, it was shit that I did that had me like, oh shit, like real nervous, real like, you know what I mean, backstage with the Bee Gees, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think once you get over that, the first time, then the second time, it's almost like you start to thrive off that. So like as that Summer Madness 2, that stage was rumbling. Like you can, like there was like when I was backstage, I just kept pissing. Pause. I just kept having to go to the bathroom. I guess I was nervous.
Nervous, right.
You see when nigga get a gun put in their face and they piss on it. I guess this is my version of, you know what I'm saying? I'm really like nervous because I'm like, yo, like that shit was like, I think it was like 3,000 people.
Yeah, that was a big situation.
That was the biggest battle rap event I think still to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Webster Hall?
I think so.
Webster Hall.
Webster Hall.
Yeah, that was Lux night. That was, you know what I mean? That was the same night. That was a classic night.
Summer Madness 2, one of the biggest cards to date in battle rap history.
That's a fact.
So I got a question for you, because you took some time away from battle rap before that Summer Madness 2. What was the deciding factor to be like, you know what, I gotta get back in the ring?
It was just time.
Okay.
Like it was time for multiple reasons. For one, the card was named literally Return of the Legends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got all the people that haven't battled in a while. Mook, I think, was Rex on that card even? It was all the people that was the legends from my Ness.
DNA.
It was all of us. But it was like more so for me, like my last battle was Mook. That was my last battle. And the reasons that I did those battles, especially in that era, I accomplished what I set out to. I either got paid some bread that I bet on myself right there, or I won some prize, or I got on MTV, you know what I'm saying? I got the buzz that I was seeking out of it, you know what I mean? I got a deal. I got everything that I set out to get out of it. So it was like, why go backwards? Like, that's what was the logic then. The labels, everybody was like, nah, you ain't battling no more. Like, we on this now. You making music, you know what I mean? You did it. You there, right? But now, once the label shit don't work out, like, you know, I thought it should and it was supposed to, now it's like the medium that it's like the car that you use to get to your destination, you got out that car, right? Because somebody said they got the Sprinter, right? They got the Sprinter. Come in here, man. You good. You know what I mean? We got everything you need in here. You don't need to be driving that car. In fact, you don't even need to be driving, right? You got a driver. We're going to take you to the rest of the destination. You did all the heavy driving, right? So you leave your car. Get out your car, you hop in the Sprinter, right? So now you're in the Sprinter, riding, it's comfortable, it's plush, they pass you champagne, you know what I mean? You got food here, everything. All right, well, yeah, maybe this is a... But then you just realize the Sprinter's just been driving around in the parking lot for the past the past 3 months, right? It's been driving in circles in the parking lot, right? And you like, wait a minute, I got out my car that was going somewhere to get in here with y'all to take me the rest of the way, motherfucker, right? But nah, at the end of the day, you know, the destination, their GPS wasn't the same one that you got, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, okay, that's what winds up happening a lot of times is that, you know, we get out of our own vehicles that we use to get us. So I looked at it like, okay, I got to get back in my car. Mm-hmm. I got to get back in my car and use my GPS that got me places to even get here, right? So that's what really the logic was for me, in addition to the fact that it was a large, you know, financial purse.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and it was just timing wise and everything of the culture. I saw that. I still always paid attention. I always saw that it was new rising stars. I saw that it was new, you know, energy around this, you know, these battles and these events. Mm-hmm. So it was just the culmination of everything.
Got you. All right, so I got a question for you, right? You know, you're a sports guy, right?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Into sports. So the one thing that you always hear, you know, with the drafts and everything come down, especially like combines, and when, you know, whether a basketball or football player get into, you know, a lot of times, you know, they normally try to seek a veteran out, you know, for like help, advice, guidance. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, words of wisdom and everything like that. You know, you being that veteran, do you ever get, you know, battlers, you know, that's hit you up and ask you for advice? You know, is it respectful when you outside, or is just one of those things to where everybody want the 50 Cent way and just go at everybody to try to get up?
Realistically, most battle rappers don't come at me like that. Like they don't really be wanting smoke like that. Like it's some that will say it and whatever, but for the most part, like nah. But yeah, in terms of young up and coming, yeah, definitely. And there's some that's established now. I'm not going to, you know what I mean, say their names or try to, you know, but yeah, people hit me up and I feel obligated to share, you know, whatever game I can with somebody, just especially if I know they're a real one to the culture and they, you know, they've been putting their work in, they've been, you know, they've been battling, they've been, you know, somebody that's a reputable. Yeah, I will always have an open ear or, you know, unfortunately, yeah, some people, you know, in entertainment period, I'll say. I'm not even going to come at the battle rap culture because it's just entertainment period. And life period. It's a lot of weird people, you know what I mean? They're just not the type of people that you might want to, you know, hang around, be around, have in your clique, in your immediate circle. So it's like you got to be a little political about it, you know what I'm saying? Because it do get sticky, especially when you align yourself with or you kind of have open dialogue with, you know, certain people. So, you know, y'all don't really see me doing that too much in terms of like, I don't have like a battle rap gang or, you know, clique or none of that type of shit. You know, but respect to everybody that's doing their thing. It's just, I've always kind of just been more of a loner in my approach, I guess.
Well, I always ask this question to previous guests that been up here. You battled a lot. You've been in this battle game for years. If it's anybody you can do a battle with again, and you would switch some shit up, who will it be?
I mean, that's a difficult question because when the result of a battle is a certain way, it's like if I switch this, then something else might have been different, right? It's like the butterfly effect type shit, right? So like in my second round with Clips, I did some real goofy, dumb shit. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like I had some envelope, and I was like, yeah, this is your, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. It was dumb. You know what I mean? It was dumb. I should have did it, right? But it was like, and then it was too late after you're already doing it. It's like, what are you doing, right? You know, but it was, it's a lot of moments in life, period, that, you know, you wish you could rewind. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely.
But I've had to learn, just because of life and you know, just the business and the way it is, had to just get to the place where don't do that to yourself. Like, don't even try to think about, because there's been mad times where I messed up a word, or damn, man, I said that shit wrong. Like, you know what I mean? And they was rocking with me. That was the big haymaker. If I'd have said that right, you know what I mean? But I can't even sit around and, you got to look at it just like an athlete that, you know what I mean? Damn, I made that many shots. I missed these. You go back and practice, and, you know, you work on it the next time. Next time I'll get my bars more down packed. Next time I'll, whatever it is that you can, you know, tune your shit up. But I think at this stage for me, it's just natural. So it's like with the more work that I put in, I'm just sharpening my sword. My sword just still getting sharper, pause. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. You know, it is, you could definitely see that, you know, because I say what? I want to say the last battle I can recall you having off top, I don't know if it was JC or Rum Nitty.
JC was the last one.
JC,
well, it wasn't the last one, but that was after Rum.
Okay, yeah, so JC, even those two battles, it's like just to sit there, you know, watch your performance and everything, it's like you've always gotten better, you know, as time kept going. Like, you know, it wasn't like you just stood the same. Like, if you had what you know, people may perceive as a bad performance, I don't think you had two in a row. It's like you always seem to get better, you know, as time went on and on and on and on and on. And I think for you guys, that's like one of the best things about it. Because it's like, even though you've done so much and you know, are staple into it, you still sharpen your sword. You get what I'm saying? Like, you still want to get out there, get better, get active, show you like, okay. And it seems like you listen to the fans. You get what I'm saying? Like, you listen to what they say in the last one. Like, Jones, I ain't like that. All right, you come back a little bit. You know, for me, I seen to where, you know, I remember one time, I forgot who you, but it's like you got a little bit more aggressive than what you normally was. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm stepping on shit.
Yeah, like you got a little bit more aggressive, and when it came, I'm like, oh, Jones on some different shit right now. Like
G.I. Jones now.
Yeah, G.I. Jones, that's what it was, because it was like whenever I see you, always was cool. You was laid back, suave. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it was always like it was
player
jokey.
shit, man. I be on some player shit, man. You know what I mean? I'll be macking, but now it's to the point where it's like, yeah, I gotta start stomping on shit. I gotta start really letting my nuts drag on the fucking cement and let y'all understand why, you know, I am what I am. You know what I'm saying? Because if not, what's the alternative? You know what I'm saying? You come in there joking and swagging on niggas, and they think, all right, here he comes with this 2000 joke flow. Like, no, nigga, you don't know who you fucking with. You don't know who you fucking with. I'm about to come in here head tapping shit. You know what I mean?
I think the last bet I seen, I think you had like a chinchilla or something more. You wanted to taking
JC. You know why I did that? Because honestly, that was not even scripted or nothing. Like, literally, I went to go get these glasses fixed. Shout out to Spectacles, man. It's a store in San Francisco that sells a bunch of frames. They got mad Cardis. They got, you know, vintage Cazals. These some Cazals. They got all different type of vintage glasses, and I'm a glasses head. You know what I mean? So I'm in there getting my Cardis fixed, and I see this hat. You know, my rest in peace, my Aunt Callan. Shout out to my pops. You know what I'm saying? They wore these real player hats, these derby hats that come in the box and shit with the feather on the side and all. They was on that type of time, you know what I'm saying? So I always kind of like those type of hats, especially if it's a good hat. Like, it ain't like the crazy cowboy brim joints. It's like one of those real, you know what I mean, Harlem Nights type of swag, you feel me? So I'm like, I seen he had one that was like a brownish, like kind of color, and it really like some player shit. I was like, I like that hat. So I'm like trying the hat on, and he's like, you know what? Hold up, wait right here. So he comes upstairs, and first he was like, close your eyes, turn around. I said, pause. That's crazy. I had to tell him that's crazy, bro. Don't ever talk to me like that, right? Don't ever say no shit to me like that again, right? Yeah, my joint there, she busted up. You know what I mean? He's like, no, man. Like, I mean, just let me do what I'm trying to do right now. I'm like,
It wasn't even worse. It got worse. Like, that shit got worse.
Hey, yo, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, he just was like, look, man, you know, just put your arms out, right? I'm just like, all right, man. So he just puts this. Now I feel this heavy ass coat on. So I look in the mirror. I'm like, he's like, right? I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, this is it right here. He was like, I mean, they don't get no more play. It's funny, he's an older white guy. He was like, they don't get no more player than that. So I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, you right in this case, right? You know what I mean? The fur with the hat and the glass. It was just so. It was perfect. Yeah, he was like, you can wear this, right? It was his idea. He was like, you can wear this to your battle. Because I was telling him I had a battle. I want to fix my glasses and whatever. So he was like, you should wear this right here, right? I was like, you know what? You got a deal, right? Because it was just appropriate because niggas, you know, I had just gotten a car accident. So a lot of people thought that I wasn't going to do the battle. I showed the car. It was crunched up like that Pepsi can of Bigfoot stomped on it. Like, it shit just looked like, you know, I should have really, you know, I don't want to say I should have been, you know what I mean? But God was with me. But, you know, head-on collision off a fucking mountain highway. So it was just like, you know, I battled JC with 4 vertebrae fractured.
Damn.
So I was going to come out in a wheelchair at first. But I'm like, nah. I'm just going to come out. Since y'all want to keep talking about this pimp shit, I'm about to just come out here really looking like it's the player's ball. You know what I mean? And that's how we going to just set it off. You know what I mean? And it worked. It came across, I think. You know?
If you was home watching that, like
seafood boil, yeah, it's different.
If you was home watching that battle in around that timing, because at that time it was like you and Ice had words and stuff on social media and everything like that. So I want to say Ice was on that same card with you.
He was in the building, definitely.
He wasn't on the card though? I think he was on that card.
Was he on that card?
He was on that card. He was battling on that card.
Yeah, he battled somebody.
You kept in the back saying, "Let's go, Wolf." You get what I'm saying? I forgot who he was battling on that card.
He was battling somebody that night. Matter of fact.
Yeah, he was battling on that card.
Averb. I think he battled Averb.
Might have been Verb. Yeah, he was battling on that card.
Averb that night.
I remember that card.
Yeah.
He battled Averb. Yeah.
So it was like for me, it always got back on there because it was one of those things. As a fan, sit back watching it. You know, you had it on all night, but you took it off when he got on. You know, when he got on, that's when you took the jacket off. So it was like sitting there.
Oh yeah, that shit was hot and heavy as hell.
Yeah, and
bro.
it was for me. I got it,
lie,
but I'm telling you, like the perception.
That shit is like 25 pounds. Like.
Nigga,
ain't that cool, man. You know
I'm like, what the fuck, Ray?
And my back is really fucking broke. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really got so I'm like, that shit really was hurting. I'm just like, yo, I gave it to my homie. Shout out to my homie Gambino. I'm like, bro, we can't keep this shit on. I mean, I wasn't planning on it anyway, but you know, I feel like it served its purpose. Anyway,
yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
Definitely did it. But I was saying, like, for us just sitting at home and shit, just watching it. And then, you know, he come up and you took it off. You was just like, oh, shit. Like, but then once you start, like, cheering for him and everything, we like, well, all right, everything cool now. We great. We can enjoy the battle and shit. So that's why it always just stuck in my mind about the
what you was thinking, like, it might be some smoke type shit?
Yeah, I thought shit was ready to get active.
This is what I'm going to say, right? This is what I'm going to say on that, right? Anybody that, if I got that type of smoke with somebody, I'm not going to we're not going to battle. We're going to address that first. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be battling and we're trying to work right here when I got to look over my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Or I got to even think about that type of thing. But, you know, I will say this internet shit and people trying to have careers and do things, kind of fucks up the standards of what, our neighborhood friendships are supposed to be built on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just speaking in general, but you can, get what you get from it. Like, so people, for me, I like to stick to the way that we've always, whatever.
Always
you know what
been.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not it's the internet guy. Because I look at it like certain shit you can't come back from to me. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, it's like when you got, a career and you got ego and you got people that feel like they're just protecting their own brands and doing whatever, shit could get messy real quick. And that's why it's like I normally stay off the internet with whatever issues I got, especially if it was from somebody I know. You know what I'm saying? But when certain shit is presented to the internet, it's kind of hard to get around that because now everybody's like, yo, what's up? Ain't that supposed to be your mans? So now it's like, now you got to address it in front of the world because it's presented in front of the world. Niggas is tweeting you all day about it, interviews keep asking you about it, and you think it's some smoke. When in reality, it's like, nah, like you just shouldn't have did that. And maybe I shouldn't have said that, but, we don't want to, I don't want to rehash no old shit.
Absolutely.
But in general, just, in terms of having any type of tension, and especially in battle rap, I don't got no apps. I don't got no, no type of battle rap smoke or nobody that I is on site with or none of that. You know what I mean?
So outside of that, man, like, it's a two-part question. Who do you want to battle? And who's your end game battle? Like, who you got to battle before you sit down from this battle shit? Like, as a must. Like, this
it's not even
happen.
like, I mean, Allahu Akbar, I'm doing my best to stay humble these days and not, be self-glorifying or whatever. But, the old me would have said, like, I feel like I'm supposed to be the end game for a nigga.
Oh, no, that's
you know
that.
what I'm saying? But, at the same token, it's not like I want to battle anybody specifically. Like, I got to battle this guy.
I got you.
But at the same token, I do got like a list.
Okay.
So
You feel like sharing that list?
if you make it on the list,
Hey, man.
that's your ass.
Put that shit out there if you want to.
So, Rock, you on the list, bro. I ain't gonna
Okay.
lie.
Shout out to Tay, Rock.
Tay might be on the top of that motherfucker right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had him up here. Shout out to Rock.
Little Tay, you gotta go, Wolf. I ain't gonna lie to you.
There it is.
It's over for you when I get your ass in the ring. I ain't gonna lie. But, Geechee, you keep talking about it. You know what I'm saying? He was mad I was woo-walking up there with Mook and shit.
Shout out to Geech.
He was mad we was hyped because, but you set yourself up. You can't come to New York
is woo-walk?
with a king of, it's when
When he started doing that.
Yeah.
But, I don't even think I was woo-walking. I wasn't even doing the real dance. I was just doing my own version of the shit. You know what I mean? Like, we was just up there hype. I ain't gonna lie. And it was just really because, for me, it felt like another moment that was like a culmination moment, culture-wise. And I liked how Geechee played it. If he would have won, it would have been monumental. Because he came there with a King of New York jacket or some shit, right? So you basically coming to say, like, nigga, this my shit, which is crazy, right? So you better represent, right? So, I mean, we kind of had the energy where it was like a friendly competition type of thing. I was yelling back and forth with his homies was on. And I've been out to LA, you know what I'm saying? That's where all the other battles is at, you know what I'm saying? So I done met them. We done had, you know what I'm saying, little altercations and all type of shit with a couple different people, all type of shit to where we're familiar with each other, you know what I'm saying? So when we went to the club afterwards and was drinking, singing, and, you know what I mean, having a great, you know what I mean? Because that's what we're supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? It's about leaving it on the stage.
Absolutely.
But shout out to Geechee, man, but he got to go, though, too. Because now he got an attitude. Because, of course, I'm reacting positively to you not coming to the East Coast and fucking taking over so you can go back to the West Coast, talk about I'm the king of New York, nigga. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Mook held it down for the OGs like he was supposed to. So shout out to that. You know what I mean? That's all that was. So I seen a podcast with some guys from Britain, and they brought my name up because one day, other day, I was just scrolling, just seeing what I missed on the internet. You know what I mean? Type your name into Google, see what came up with YouTube, and there was some guys talking about that battle, and they was saying that they was talking about. And somebody was like, yeah, Serius Jones, though, man. He was just doing too much, man. It's like, he did too much for me, man. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, so I can't be happy that somebody I know for 15, 20 years is going off on stage while we're there. We have, like, this is a monumental situation here, brother. Can I be excited for somebody that I consider a friend? What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's funny you did that same accent against the bull Fight Club. What was the one from? He was from England, right?
That's the London. Yeah,
Serius Jones is
a dangerous fella. That was my guy too. Too Much was nice, bro. Yeah, he was the guy that I battled to audition to get in Fight Club. Because I tried to just barge my way in the Fight Club. Like, I didn't care about the protocol. I just saw money on the table, and I was still drinking 40s at that time.
What Fight Club? Like 05, 04, 05, 06? Somewhere in that?
02, 03.
Damn, that go back that shit.
My last battle was in 05. That Mook was 05.
That was, yeah. Damn.
So Fight Club was like 02, 03. It started going up by like 04, and then everything dropped. The gym battle dropped on MTV, I think, 05, and that's when shit just started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Going crazy. But it was already like, it was mad industry people that would come to the Fight Club battles. So you have Remy Ma right here, you have label head such and such right here, you have street niggas with money over here. You got, like, it was a good mixture of industry, street, and money in there. So you had the rappers, so if you went crazy consistently, you getting some opportunities. You're gonna build some type of relationship, you're gonna go to somebody's studio. So I really already saw that. And for me, I really just saw the money because respectfully, Mook and Lux and them, they wasn't at Fight Club gambling on myself and shit. But the DVDs kept people relevant to people as being a rapper. They seen you spitting, you know what I'm saying? To me at the time, I was really looking at it like occupational. Like if I could have a battle every month, you know what I'm saying, and get 2,500, 3 racks, 5 racks, you know what I mean? Then this is like, it was almost like a real supplemental income for me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? At the same time of getting my name and my likeness to the world popping. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. So we this summer right now, especially going to the latter part of the summer, there's a lot of crazy cars coming up. You actively seeing everything that's going on right now?
I seen like 2 cars. Well, I seen more than 2 cars, but the cars that I think you might be talking about is with the Max Out.
Max Out is crazy.
Summer Madness.
And
I see another car that's
Chrome
like
23. I Do What I Want. Geechee versus Easy.
Yeah, I seen that battle announced.
You got the Trenches, Head Ice versus Hollow Man.
Yeah, I seen they got a Philly card.
Yeah, Philly versus New York.
Reed versus
P.
Right, my nigga Yeah. Yeah, that shout out to them, man. Yeah, I see it's gonna be some smoke this year.
It's crazy right now. So I don't know how much you into predictions or if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, we could do some predictions.
So to keep it fast, we'll just do the main events.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? You got, Tay-Rock card coming up this Saturday, him versus Real Deal.
Him versus Real Deal. I mean, Real Deals might kill him, realistically. Real Deal is actually nice.
Yes.
Yeah, Real Deal is.
But I think it's going to be more about the angle, right? Because, like, no disrespect. Shout out to all my white people and my white boys. I love y'all, right? And y'all know I love the white. No, I'm just joking. But I'm joking. But nah, when sometimes people get no disrespect, no racist, like get too white when like they say some shit that's like, no, that's not how it goes, man. Like they just come from an angle that's like, what? Like Jin did that, right? When I was battling Jin and he kind of like started unraveling a little bit. Shout out to Jin. But he said some shit like, you could do a collabo with Malcolm X and not go gold in Africa.
Yeah,
And it was just like,
I remember that shit.
what?
I remember
that. It was like he didn't know. He was just trying to say some,
shit
you
that he
know,
thought
you
was gonna
said
shake
you
a
said
room,
some
yeah.
racist shit. I'm trying to say some, you know, some black shit. Like it just was like you did it. Nah, but realistically, it just sometimes depending on the angle that you come at. Like so, Tay-Rock could be like, this stupid ass white boy could like, you know, just be talking to him like this, and he might just say some shit that comes from a different, you know, place, and it just might kind of just be like, they might not like the angle he's coming at it from. So he might say, I'm not, you know, we just speaking hypothetically, but let's say he tries to, like some people try this tactic, like where they're like trying to guilt you in a battle, like it's like saying, you know, you're a bad guy, right? Because like you selling drugs to your community, and all you talk about is shooting guns and what you're gonna do about unity, or some shit. You know what I mean? It's like, and then that shit backfires because it's like, no, we're selling drugs and busting guns here, brother. This is battle rap. Sorry, we're okay with that here. You know what I mean? Like we're not humanitarians here. Like we're here to say fire. Like that's the job. No matter what you do in your personal life, as long as you don't, you know, touch no kids or do no crazy extra, you know, weird shit, it should be fair game in terms of you being a competitor. You're a competitor. It has nothing to do with that. So people sometimes try to bring that in and say personals, and they got an angle they think is going to hit, and then it don't hit. So that's the only thing that I could think where I hope he don't do nothing like that, because, you know, then it'll kind of just be like, oh, he watched this nigga. Fuck out of here, right? Because if he comes with all fire gun bars and you come with like some positive type of flip angle that you think going to hit, and it don't.
And it don't hit, yeah.
You know, so hopefully, you know, they have a bar fest so I can feel good about the fact that I killed somebody that didn't just get destroyed by real deal.
Got you.
So, you know.
Got you. So we go to the next week, which would be Day 1 GTX car, Easy versus Diz.
Yeah, I seen that, and I just spoke to Diz. Shout out to Diz. Same type of thing. I think this is going to be about the angles. I think this is going to be about the approach. Because if Diz says the right things, the things I think to say to Easy, the things that I'm like, why nobody said this? Why nobody said this like this? Like, that's what I be thinking. I'm like, why has nobody addressed this? Like, nobody did a, you know what I mean? It should be a viral clip of somebody talking about this part. Like, that's what I be thinking, just as a writer, you know what I'm saying? So when I see, like, somebody that, you know, like Diz is a veterano, he's one of the GOATs of it, so I could see him coming from the right angles. And, like, if you notice, you know, I got to think in metaphors, like the fight we just watched. If y'all watched the fight,
Earl Spencer and Crawford, yeah, I see. That was a massacre.
But if you see it, though, Bud beat him on the angles, right? You seen he couldn't really hit him. And every time he swung, he got punished.
He counter.
Right? Catch and counter. You heard his corner kept saying it. Catch and counter.
Yeah.
Like, he's weak. He's too slow for you. Catch and counter. So if you notice, his corner, Spencer's corner, was telling him to step out the way. He's saying, don't just move your head, step out the way.
Yeah.
You keep getting hit, right? But the angles, he had kind of like cornered. You know how sometimes it take a while for you to get in there and learn somebody's rhythm in there. But once you learn it, and now you know the angles, right? So as soon as he swings, he's stepping on the side of him, boom, hitting him with that right hand or that hook. You know what I'm saying? Every time you step into the side, boom. So it's like you know the angle of attack. So it's like the punches now are way more effective, you feel me? So it's the same type of thing where if Diz has the right angle of attack and the punches with somebody that's of his, where Easy's at right now in the culture, yeah, that shit could be lights out. But at the same time, if Easy comes there and does his, you know, the normal thing he does. But, you know, it's verse Diz, they're already going to put more on it because it's verse him. So if he has a bunch of crazy back-to-back moments, I mean, it could go either way. You know what I'm saying? Because then it could, you know. But I think Diz is going to come in there with a chip on his shoulder because he hasn't been battling as much.
In a while.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to want that body. And I ain't putting it past him. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to both of them. I hope they have a classic.
The Swords versus Hollow, day 2.
Who?
The Swords versus Hollow.
In the spirit of not taking anything away from anybody that's a legend in the culture, shout out to the Thesaurus. But I've never been like, yo, I gotta watch this Thesaurus battle. Like, respectfully, I'm not. Don't do that. I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying?
I got you though.
But he's nice, right? And he's direct. He's to the point where he says things. He's like, reminds me of the Jizza from Wu-Tang. Like, he says a lot in a little bit of bars, right? So he do have the potential to turn, you know what I mean, to body you. And he is a legend, you know what I'm saying? So that could be a legendary battle for sure. In terms of freestyle ability, rebuttals, they both freestyle, they both rebuttal crazy, you know what I'm saying? And Hollow is like one of the GOATs to me. Like, Hollow's in the top 3 or 4, you know, maybe top 5 to me. Hollow on that for sure. So, and I think I haven't seen his recent battles, but the last battle I seen, he didn't.
Last battle he did was a 2-on-2.
I'm trying to remember the one before that where it was like he didn't really go crazy like that, and it was like
maybe Ill Will on RBA.
I think it was that. That was his last battle.
And if I know Hollow, I know like he has an ego as an MC, and he's gonna want to be like, you know, shout out to my boy K Shine. I feel like K Shine did that. Like, he got to a point where it was like he had a couple shaky performances, and then he just turned up. Like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You see the blow, you see people talking bad about you and shit. You just get in that zone of like, oh nah, watch this. You know what I mean? And you gotta have that hunger though, as a writer, as an MC.
So we gonna max out Hitman versus Ill Will.
Hitman versus Ill Will. I got Ill Will. Shout out to Ill Will. We had a classic on RBE, and we actually kind of chopped it up. We was getting into it at first, shit. You know what I mean? And we kind of like we wound up going outside, like we was gonna get busy, and we wound up just smoking a blunt in the car, and it was like what you want to do, nigga? He's like, what you want to do, nigga? We just like, let's just smoke a blunt. You know what I mean? Nigga just smoked the blunt, and it was cool as hell after that shit. But like, as an MC, as a battle, we went to war after that though. We had like a real war, and I really respected him as an MC a lot more after we battled, because it was like he got one of those presences where if he says shit the right way, and he's funny, so he can crack jokes and shit. He'll get you up out of there if he catches the right momentum. So. Hitman, I just seen Hitman in New York too, like maybe a week ago. Just walking through Times Square. Hitman has, I don't want to say he has something to prove, because he's a legend too, but I think they acted like he died versus Easy. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't feel like he died though. I seen it. You felt like he died?
Died.
What you felt like?
First round was cool.
I had a 2-1.
2-1? What you
easy,
think,
yeah.
Chase? You seen Hitman versus Easy? I had it Easy winning the battle, but the way they talked about it, they made it sound like he bodied him. Like,
So
Formidable rounds, but I feel like that was like an easy one.
they made it sound like it was over for Hitman. Like,
Nah,
this is
so-
what I
so
was
I'ma
hearing.
tell you- I'ma
when I was
tell
in
you,
jail,
in the
I'm hearing
building-
like,
Crowd get to him to me. Like, I think he did
right.
but you got to. So I'm gonna tell you, in the building, he died. On cam, it seemed like it wasn't that. It wasn't
Right.
as bad on cam. In the building,
Right.
he died. See, the thing is this, right? And I'm gonna tell you for the 2,000 people that was looking at him. Like when you stand up on that stage and you talk shit about 1,700 of the 2,000 people
You
that's there.
can't react to them bad. They're just gonna hate you now.
Yeah.
Now we're like, well, we're not cheering for you now, nigga. You just called us
But,
stupid.
Yeah, that's
Right.
it. Like you get what I'm saying. So
Y'all
for-
ain't even getting this shit. Y'all slow.
So even with that, but when you call
Now
them
we're
broke,
definitely not
when
reacting
you
to
calling
nothing,
them
nigga.
broke all day, stupid, this, that, and the
I
third.
got
like,
money. Y'all niggas is
So
he
you
did that?
alluded to it
I
earlier
ain't
when you
really
say
see
like a
all that.
person, you know, when they rap about something, like when you say laying on the floor with the roaches and all this other shit, like, you know, when E can rap about something that 85% of us has probably lived once in our life, or you got an
Yeah, he's
uncle,
good at
cousin.
saying those little hood things.
Yeah,
That's
you
like,
get what I'm
ooh.
saying? You gonna get
Yeah, that's
that.
his
You gonna
thing.
get that. You get what I'm saying? But for Hitman, when you come up there and you start talking about making millions, and then the two H's cost 200,000, and this, that, and the third, and
Yeah, you
everything.
starting on
Once you
niggas.
do it for
you
3
alienate
rounds,
niggas. You alienate them.
yeah. Once you do it for 3
You
rounds,
stunting on us. We don't want to hear this. You rich
Yeah.
wilding out shit.
but that's what you get for 3 rounds with Hitman. You gonna get that with 3 rounds for Hitman.
Battling the battle, they start battling the crowd. Like he impressed the crowd for like 2 rounds.
Exactly.
Yo,
and that's why he
ego
lost.
is a motherfucker, bro.
And that's why you lost.
Ego's
That's why
hard.
That's why when you go in there, like when you say you die, you did, because for us being in there now, you looking at it, it's like, all right, nigga, like you talking down on us, like
I'm glad that never happened to me. Like I've been booed before.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wound up having the same crowd by the grace of Allah screaming at the end while I'm like this. They're like, ah, right? They was just booing you. But it's like if you give into it, right? Now if I say like this, like, y'all niggas is lame. That shit corny, right? That's all you gotta say, right? You don't even gotta be like, man, y'all niggas is lame. Y'all lame for that, right? You might just say that in a reaction. Man, y'all lame for that shit, bro. Right? And then it's like, now we're really gonna boo you, nigga.
Right.
Now we're gonna boo you every chance we get. Even if you say something fire, I'm still gonna say boo.
and that's what it is. I think a lot of these
You
guys,
pushing a nigga in the corner.
And once he said something about raccoon, you gotta know the terrain you on. Once he said something,
Nah, we ain't even gonna
you
get
say
into
don't
it
even
like
get, he
that.
giving the
Yeah,
bars
yeah,
out.
yeah.
They not going, which is crazy because he's saying some fire shit, but on the audio they not going to pick nothing he say up right
Yeah,
now.
oh, 'cause
They
he ain't got the mic.
Yeah, he don't got the
Yeah,
mic. They not going to pick nothing he say up right now.
Damn.
But you go into we'll touch on that after that. Let's get to, because he got a top 5 segment. He
Oh
wanna
no,
get to
I ain't
you.
worrying about that. I was
So-
waiting for you to do the rest of your
No, I
prediction.
get- yeah, so,
get your prediction out of it.
Trenches. So we got it's Geechee battle the day after Max out. Him versus Coffee.
Oh really? Oh okay. That's the chick from that used to be with him.
Yeah.
Darcy chick.
Yeah.
Okay. What? I don't know. I'm just making sure. All right. Why y'all laughing?
Nah. Yeah, she
I don't
was
know.
chick
Y'all
that-
know
she was
something
in-
I
she
don't
was
know
in
or
a squad.
something?
Nah, she was in a squad.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, okay. Well, I guess that's what we're doing now. I don't know. I mean, maybe they just get in the bag and they still cool. Who knows? I don't know what's going on. But I'm not really tapped in for that one.
All right, so we'll skip
Yeah,
that.
man.
So we'll
Sound a little domestic. to
yeah,
me.
so we'll skip over that one. Go to the co-main event since you don't want to do that one. Which
Who I
is
think gonna win that though? I think Geechee's gonna win that
yeah,
battle.
for sure. So Jazz the rapper and Rum Nitty.
That Jazz is nice, bro. And Rum is the alien, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was just looking at some shit of him earlier. What the fuck did he say? I can't remember that shit. Oh, he said, I'm about to break this reeking neck. He said something, the car, you're gonna find him stinking. He reeking necks. He said the doctor's trying to get the vertebrae to reconnect. Like it was
some crazy shit.
It was just like the way he be like structuring his shit and
I know
said
that.
it's like
And the performance with it as
and
well.
he performs the bar. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Even though I really beat you, bro. I love you though. But Jazz and him is definitely gonna be a bar fest because Jazz she been getting her pin up, I think, in them one-liners. She got some. She knows she gonna have to come with them one-liners versus him because that's his whole shit. So expect a whole lot of set up haymaker, set up haymaker, set up haymaker. You know what I mean? But my experience, I guess I gotta go with Rum. Jazz, you kind of hated on me a few times too. I saw it too. He was sitting there with Serve, kikiing and laughing and making faces like Charles, yeah, Jazz. Like I was like, "Word, Jazz? Okay, that's how you feel, huh?" But I ain't mad. You know what I mean? I still fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you win. Don't think I'm just hating. But I think I'll take Rum on the edge just because it's a thing where aggression matters in a battle too, and it's certain women that project on levels where like they really sound, you know, tough and like a I don't want to say like a man, you know, respect to the women,
Masculine.
but I'm saying like, you know, they got energy that's aggressive, and they can say something to you in a way that's like, ooh, right, and then there's some women that have a little less. You know, they don't project like a man does. You see when Rum says a bar and sometimes gets to that pocket, he's like, what? He yelling and, you know what I mean, looking at the crowd and that girl, especially depending on the building you in, that shit matters a lot, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you are saying something fire. So energy-wise, I mean, Jazz might just black out, you know, go into some other bag, but if I have to judge it just based on what I've seen of both of them, I'll go with Rum.
All right, so we got the next week, Head Ice versus Hollow Man.
Yo, shout out to Hollow Man, bro. That's a Philly legend. I remember him from the DVD eras. He battled Ness. You know what I mean? I think he Muslim too, so salam alaikum to him. And that's dope. That's just some dope for the culture shit, because it's like, oh yeah, that's my nigga. What happened to him? I just asked about him, I swear, because I be talking to Philly niggas on the live. Shout out to Battle Academy, and you know what I mean? I be talking to different, you know, I be in a live and there be different people, Frank with the grippers, different people tapping in, and they always show love. Shout out to Philly, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's certain people that you think about out the blue and be like, oh, him, what happened to him? You know what I'm saying? So like, when I think about it, I could think of all the names that I knew back then from the DVD. Eddie Morris, fucking, you know, Joey Jihad, Reed, Frank with the grippers gone, Hollow Man, NH, fucking, you know, the list goes on. Even Bugsy, you know what I mean? All these different people that was like staples in the rap, you know, in the freestyle era. That's like, yeah, of course you would love to see them come back and get busy, especially if they, you know, they got it like that. So when I heard he was battling, I'm like, that's fire. But at the same token, I don't know what he's gonna do because I haven't seen him battle, and you know what I mean? Yeah. So my professional opinion, I would have to go with the person I've seen win battles, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, in that one.
So ending, I think the last card ending up right now for the summer would be, you know, I Do What I Want, Chrome 23, Easy versus Geechee.
That's a hummer. That's a yeah. I gotta go with Geechee, personally. I know Easy your man and shit. But, you know. I gotta go with Geechee, man. You know what I mean? You look like him a little bit more than Easy anyway. So. You got some cornrows. You got some cornrows, man. Get us some cornrows. You know what I mean?
Been saying that shit.
We gonna get some checks. We
Geech,
gonna act like we got him for a
when
walkthrough or
Geech
something.
came up here and shit, we was sitting there. We just be looking. We be like, man, we don't even look like each other. These niggas keep talking about we look like each other. We'll go different places, whatever. Like I'll bust through the nigga
Y'all
FaceTime.
like brothers and some shit, man.
I'll bust through the nigga FaceTime and shit. We'll just be talking. I'll be
told
like,
this
yo,
nigga
man,
that
this,
shit.
they keep talking about you look like me. He be like, nah, on me, though. He said, when I was out there in
On
Philly,
Nutty
motherfuckers
Block,
talking
yeah.
about some, yo, is that your brother or something? I'm like, on me, nah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll be like, yo, we don't even look
That's
alike.
funny as hell, yo. That's funny.
You look like
That's
DJ Mustard a little bit too.
No,
man.
I
That's
get
all
that
right,
too.
man.
No, I don't.
That's funny as shit.
No, I
Dang.
A
don't.
little
man.
bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's all good, man.
man.
Shout out to Geechee though, man.
Shout out to Easy, though.
shout out-
Easy,
that's gonna be
shout out to
listen.
Easy too, man. Easy just gotta stop capping, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's my thing with him.
Capping
It's
about
just
what, though?
several different
He's
things.
the block captain.
Easy the block capping.
No, see, this is what we ain't going to do. Jones, what is he capping about, though?
I mean, for starters, so I just give you the for starters. All right, this is the for starters for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we on live. It's only a couple people in here. You know, we just talking shit. And then he's in there, I'm talking shit. And he's just like, yeah, let's line it up. Da-da-da-da. Send me a number. Send him my number. We talk on the phone. Tells me, oh, he's Muslim. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, what's up? That's what's up, bro. We chopping about it. He's like, oh, yeah, you was at one of my battles. He was saying that shit in the live. I don't remember you, brother, respectfully, right? Even though I was a judge at your battle, right? I was cheering him on and thought he did good and everything. Apparently, I don't remember you, nigga. It wasn't that special to me. This was some fucking random league in the middle of... Now, I'm not going to talk bad about the league, but you know what I mean? This wasn't... You know, Summer Madness, brother. Respectfully, I don't remember it, right? He tried to make it seem like, oh, like, nigga, you know me, nigga. You was at my battle. Bro, I was helping my friend out. I was trying to... All right, see, you know what I mean? All right, never mind, right? I try to show love. This is how it gets flipped, as if I was a fan of you now. I was there to jack you because you was the guy, I guess, now, right? All right, cool, right? So I'm just like, I'm laughing about this shit on the live. We go on the phone. I'm like, yeah, bro, I don't remember that shit, bro. But you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, it's good, whatever. He's like, yeah, we gotta lock something in, at least a one rounder or something, right? I'm like, yeah, it's good. We can do it, right? Get off the phone. I'm not thinking about this. I don't care. You know what I mean? But you acted like we never spoke. When they asked you when we spoke. What? We ain't never had each other's numbers. Capping.
I can't speak on. I can't speak on. I can't speak on that. I can't
But-
speak on that situation.
I mean, you weren't there.
Yeah,
but
so I can't
I
speak
was
on
there
that.
though. You know what I'm saying? So I was just kind of like, to me, that's weird. It's like if you said, nah, now if you felt like, well, I'm hot right now, nigga, even though I said that shit, I was just saying that shit. I don't want to battle that nigga, right? Cool, whatever, right? But it's not like I'm chasing a person for a battle. I'm just saying, like, don't lie. Don't lie and say you didn't say let's battle and we didn't talk about it. You could just say, yeah, we talked about it once. Why not just say that? You know what I'm saying? So he tried to front like it was never a thing, which to me shows a sign of weakness, sir. Because now you're just trying to sweep it under the rug so it's not a conversation. No, that's not a thing. What you mean? You came up with the thing, nigga. You said the shit yourself. What you talking about? But you think not a lot of people saw it. So, hey, I could just say this, right? Most people don't go back and look. If you go back, you can look. It's on the internet. You can look at the whole conversation. So it's like most people don't really, you know what I mean? So he be just saying whatever I think he thinks is convenient sometimes for the situation. That was my assessment at the time, right? I'm not taking nothing away from a nigga as a performer, as an artist, as an MC. That's cool. But to me, it's like that right there is a chink in your armor to me, buddy. That says to me, you're scared of me. Cause
Scared of you?
Yeah, he's scared.
He was third of you, Jones.
He's scared, but it's okay. Cause I'm about to body rock. Geechee, you know, he just tweeted. Yeah, we're gonna see what league or what that's if we gonna do that. I'll kill that boy, man.
Which one?
All three of them. First of all.
All three
Well,
of
I'm
them.
talking about all three of y'all. But first of all, him, it's more of a like, hopefully, people do what they, supposed to do. And I don't have to body him because it's like, somebody bodied him. But it's like, if he keeps doing his thing and he keeps, stepping up, it's just a rule, man. I gotta shoot you, man. It's not personal. That's just the ego in me as an MC, I guess, a little bit too. Because you've been talking a little spicy about me. You've been kind of trying to shit on my name but when I talk to you or when it comes down to it, nah, man, you a legend. You know what it is. Nigga, tell them then, nigga. Stop fronting. Every time I come up, you try and put a little seasoning on my shit like that. Put a little salt on my shit.
We got to build it up to get the bag right.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about it. We ain't got to build nothing. They already know.
They know what it is.
They tweeting that shit all day. Well, you getting rocker easy. That's what they saying. But realistically, I'm focused on other endeavors other than battle rap too. I don't know if we talk about that too. But
now you talk about whatever you want to promote.
Yeah, I wrote a book actually on battle rap. It's called The Art of Word War. And right now, I got the audio book, which is kind of like it's scored. It's like a whole film score to it. So it's like sound effects, and we like reliving certain moments and all type of shit in the culture. And basically it's the battle rap handbook. Like I'm basically giving you the game on how battle rap became one of the biggest subcultures in the world today. You know what I'm saying? From its origins in Africa as being storytellers and griots and having, that whole Shakespearean vibe about speaking to a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Master of ceremony shit. Yo, to the Jamaican era when they was, watch me now, such and such and such, we out here and da-da-da-da. It's the same type of vibes. You just controlling the crowd and speaking your shit, spitting your shit, making it rhyme, making it swag, and making it, where it's a competition between you and someone else. That's where it really started, from the dancehall era when it was, Bounty Hunter versus Beanie Man, or, Yellow Boy versus this one. They really had stadiums of people damn near look like, where they was going back and forth. This one's calling you a Batiman and saying like, he'll shoot you lyrically. And then this nigga comes on afterwards and says, nigga, fuck him. I'm this nigga and I'm from this side. Yeah. That was the first real start of that, for our, culture. And I think, of course, when hip hop started in the Bronx and all this shit, we took our own, twist to it. It started, people would battle, but even with the dance, break dancing battles and, the battle was always an element in our culture. But I feel like nobody really documented its history in its entirety. So that's what I basically did in this book. You know what I mean? And we breaking it down. The first battle from Kumo D versus Busy B, when he just jumped in the party, shut his set off, and started going crazy on him. You know what I mean? To LL and Cannabis, to 50 and Ja Rule. Like, we go through the whole era. You know what I mean? Through the whole eras, excuse me.
Well, shout out to your book, man. Hopefully it's a success, for sure.
Appreciate it.
Definitely an interesting book. I'm going to end this off, man, with this top 5 segment, man. Excluding yourself, you can do your top 5 all time or your top 5 now, whichever is easiest for you to do. Battle rappers. All time or current, and whatever's easiest for you to do. Excluding yourself.
Okay. Well, like, let me say one more thing. I got you, though, before I forget, though.
All right, go ahead.
Also, plug, get my new album, right? It's the latest one I dropped. It's not my new one. The new one is coming in the next couple of weeks. It's getting mixed and mastered right now. It's called The Cost of Freedom, TCOF. It's available now on all platforms, digital, iHeartRadio, all this stuff, Spotify. I got a new visual coming, you know what I'm saying? Fresh out the can, you know what I'm saying? This is produced by me. Most of the songs that you hear now is produced by me too. I make the beats and all the stuff. So salute to everybody that I've done features with. I'm doing features. I'm pulling up to studios and working with artists. Whatever it is that you looking for, we got access to. The films, if you haven't already seen my film, the Club movie is out, starring my man Bodie from The Wire, Jack Thriller, DJ Radio. That's on my YouTube right now. We're putting that on Tubi and whatever little other platforms. If you haven't seen the first movie, Life is Serious, that's available now also. And we got a new one that we're shooting as well. So we got a bunch of content coming for y'all. Just stay in tune. Follow me on my socials. I need to get my Instagram count up. I'm looking a little wacky Balboa right now. I'm not gonna lie.
You said wacky Balboa.
Because this is a new page, I guess, because my other one got deleted. We got to get everybody caught up. So follow me, The Real Serius Jones. No O in Serious, Serius. Top 5, though. My top 5 battle rappers. It's going to sound very cliche coming from me because it's all the people from my era. But it's only because if I'm going to war, I'm picking the soldiers with the most bodies, period. I'm picking the people that I know are seasoned killers that have been doing this shit for years. They ain't got no, you know what I mean? These are the guys that are the top shooters in the culture, right? Mm-hmm. So I got to pick the guys that I know and I've seen in both eras perform. You know what I'm saying? Mook, he's gotten better. I'm not going to lie. I told Mook, you got better. To me, the bars he was spitting in the barbershop versus Lux is nowhere near fucking with the bars he spit towards Geechee. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's way hotter now to me. Same with me. I feel like I'm hotter now. You know what I mean? Lux, I gotta fuck with Beloved. You got Lux is a different species of he's a different species. Like he's not even talking our language. Like you don't even know what he's saying half the time until you like rewind it 4 times. You know what I'm saying? Like and he's sticking to it. He's sticking to that. He's not dumbing it down. He don't care. He's just gonna stay, you know what I mean? Which I gotta love and respect as an MC. Like, you know what I mean? He's remained not only relevant, but at the top of the culture, at the top of the food chain of this for how many years? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And even though he lost to Geechee and me in LA, I feel that's another thing that's about angle things. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes you gotta play to your audience. If you know your audience is a bunch of, gangbangers and people that's, you know what I'm saying, they not trying to hear you talk about positive, something that sounds like, an enlightened brother on the corner in Harlem kicking something over a chess game. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear about, nigga, I'm riding with the Hoovers and it's such and such. It's like, yeah. You know what I mean? So I thought he would cater a little more to his audience at that one particular time. But shout out to Lux. I know I fuck with you. That's bros from day one. But yeah, I gotta have him on the team just because, he's shown over and over that he's creates some of the most classic moments in the culture. Mm-hmm. And that's what this shit come down to, is moments, right? You said excluding me, top
excluding
5?
You, yeah. So you said Mook, you said Lux.
Mook, Lux for sure. Hollow.
Okay.
I'll take Hollow because Hollow, to me, has consistently shown not only that is he versatile, he can adapt, right? When he's in situations where it might seem a little sticky, he comes with the crazy freestyle rebuttal. He comes with the, the angle that you didn't expect that changes the whole momentum of the battle, right? And you'd be like, damn, that was crazy. I didn't even think about it like that, right? Especially if he feels like he's breaking somebody down or whatever. He's good at that, right? So if I'm in, if I'm thinking about people that have had some of the most influential, not just moments, but styles in the culture, right? I gotta put Hollow up there too. because he's, I'll put your back in a blender and back in a blender. You know what I mean? Like he got his nerdy grind time flow.
Yeah.
And he got his, you know what I'm saying? He goes into whatever pocket that,
definitely
you know what I mean?
versatile. Very versatile.
For right now, I think I gotta pick K Shine right now, yo. Cause like Shine now is like it's different. Like his pen game is crazy. I don't know what he got going on with, URL or whatever he got going on. But shout out to, him and his situation. I think he's crazy. That man is crazy. And the way he thinks about shit is like, it's intelligent. So it's like, it's crazy coming from him sometimes, no disrespect to him or anybody, but sometimes you don't even expect someone, you know what I mean, to put something a certain way because you don't even think of it that way. But he said some shit recently where he was like, I was at my lowest. He said, but I realized I was at my lowest level when I had a high point. I was just like, that was so fire. Like, because those people know high point is like the cheapest gun you could ever have. So it's like, and the setup line for it was crazy. It was something, I realized I was at my lowest level when I had a high point. It was like, that was fire. You know what I mean? And I was just like, I never really, Shine, I don't know if I gave him his flowers publicly, but to me, Shine is one of the most, I don't want to say most improved, but one of the most ferocious niggas in the culture. In terms of like, the potential is crazy. He could wow on you. It's just about consistency, I think. And I think if now, especially now that he's in his second win with this shit, I think the consistency would show the more he battles, but he got to battle. You know what I'm saying?
So what's that?
Who else? That's four.
That's
Who
four,
else?
okay.
Who else? The fifth one, I guess.
Yeah. That fifth one always tough.
Fifth one. Wow. I'm just gonna think of names off the head. You got Averb, you got Arsenal,
Clips.
you got Clips, you got who else? Surf,
Hot Hitman. Tay-Rock.
Tay-Rock,
DNA.
Now, is this my top five in terms of just who I like, or is this my top five? Like, if I'm going to, like, this is my starting five. If I got my own battle team, like, and we gonna go battle the world or something, like, because if it's my starting five, I'm gonna pick DNA, right? If we did Battle of Rap Avengers, then you know what I'm saying. I want the guys that I think will be the most dangerous and the best team, right? So I'm gonna look for different attributes. That starting five, I don't think nobody in the world could beat us.
Okay.
Like if that's my starting five, Mook, Lux, K Shine,
Hollow,
and DNA. That's crazy. That's two niggas that's off the head rebuttal specialists that got room shakers off the head. That's two niggas that Mook and Lux just together is crazy anyway, right? Yeah, that'd be my starting five.
Okay. So,
That 3 Harlem niggas, 1 Queens, and where Hollow from?
Hollow from Queens.
Hollow from Queens
Yeah,
too.
Hollow from Queens too, yeah.
It's 3 Harlem. Yeah, that's 3
3 Harlem
Harlem.
niggas, 2 Queens.
I mean, I guess that's only right? Harlem is kind of in my blood, so fuck it.
Yo, until next one, we out of here.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Stay in tune, man. Life is serious. Get you some merch too, man. Both way shirts on deck.